Yeah, well, the ballroom is a very nice little intimate venue. And to start with, you've got the chandeliers, you've got the whole atmosphere. But it's a great experience to be part of the Edinburgh Fringe. To start with, you know that you're competing with thousands of shows. Nearly every doorway is another venue in Edinburgh. It's like nowhere else that you could perform. And it's very real because you are having to set yourself up within, you have 15 minutes for the last show to clear and for yours to be set up. So you can't be precious about anything. There is no time to really prepare. It's one of those things where you're instantly in the moment. You have your 1 hour to show yourself to the world. And then click your finger and you're back to having to clear up in 15 minutes so the next person can come on. So it's great because there is no ego involved. There can't be. There's no room for ego. And to be able to get an audience, unless you are incredibly successful and you've sold out before you even come to Edinburgh, you have to be part of advertising your show. So you also have to go outside and busk. Now, I used to busk in the very early days of my career, but in your mid-50s, to find yourself busking again, to be heard, it's a really good leveler. You know, it's what it's all about. You've got to try and draw attention to yourself. Why me? Why come to my show? You've got to give a reason. So I've really enjoyed this experience. Well, I've been playing music for many, many, many years. I've played with many musicians. I've written with many. But what I've always been trying to do, I think, is recreate my own family. And I have 6 brothers. And I've put together a team of 6 amazing male musicians around me. And that's who I write with, that's who I record with. To come to Edinburgh with that many musicians is foolish, because financially it's a disaster. So I came with 2. And they are 2 musicians that I work with a great deal, Tim Cansfield and Tony Remy. Both of them playing acoustic guitar. For both of them, their main instrument is electric guitar, but about 6 years ago, I sacked all electric instruments, and they had to, overnight, become virtuosos on acoustic instruments, which they've become. They did their homework. And another of my guitarists for albums is Dominic Miller, who I share with Sting. Once again, he's a virtuoso on classical acoustic guitar. So I work with the best. But the other very, very important thing to me is people, because I spend so much time touring with these musicians. I need to know that I love what's inside their head and their heart, because I sit across the table talking to them every night for a meal before I go on stage. So I have to connect with them. I have to know that I love who they are, their spirit. So we are a family. I am their big sister. I'm their big bossy sister. They can say anything to me. I look out for them. They look out for me. But these 2 guitarists, I've written with them. They've co-produced the album. I would be nothing without them. We work because we're listening to each other. We are not playing or singing if it's not needed. And that's what I require of musicians now. At the age that I am, at the point in my career where I am, I want to work with people that listen. And it was Dominic Miller that taught me this, is you don't play if you have nothing to say. Space is one of the most important parts of music. It's the silence as well as the notes. So that's who I've brought with me to Edinburgh. And that's what works.
If I told you of a land of love, would you follow me? Just come with me to a place where we could all be free. We would travel by the guidance of the stars above, as we take the road across the desert to love, yeah. A sort of liberation celebration echoes out across the land. A shout of love that everybody here can understand. Your seeds of truth will scatter and the water them to grow into trees of wisdom that will not that's all we know. We can see it in the sun, we can see it in the moon, we can hear it in the trees, we can call it in the dunes. The first name is change, the second name is freedom. They call them to save us cause we're calling them home, yeah. If I told you all the land of love, would you follow me? Just come with me to